Hey, my name is Jesus Castello, and in this video you are going to learn about a new feature in Ruby 2.6, and the new feature is endless ranges. So ranges, what are they? Well, a range looks like this, and with a range you can go over every element starting from this one from the left and all the way to the right. So this 1 through 10, including 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's a range. Now what's new in Ruby 2.6, which is not out yet, but there is a preview version you can download. And I have it right here to show you how this works. Well, the endless range looks like this. We just delete the ending value, and now we have an endless range. And it's still a range, the class is the same, as you can see here. The class is still range, but now we have a range that doesn't have an ending value. How is this useful? Let's see some examples. Here is example number 1. We have an array with 3 characters, 3 letters, ABC. And I'm using the zip method. And into the zip method, I'm passing in an endless range, starting with 1. We can start, doesn't have to start with 1. You can start with 0, with 5, 10, whatever number that you want. Now when I run this code, what happens is that we get a new array where the characters, the strings, merge with the numbers from the range. So we start at 0, so it's A0, B1, and C3. And that's one possible use. You can combine it like this, and we don't have to depend on the size of this, because if we don't have this infinite range, endless range, same thing, you will have to do something like this. You have to put this into some variable like a, and now we do in here a.zip, and we go from 0 to a.size, and this is exactly the same thing. I just ran the code and nothing changed. As you can see, the endless range saves you from having to do this, because you don't need to know what the ending value will be. So I find that's very useful. Let me show you 2 more uses for this endless range. Let's say that we have an array like this one, and we want every single number but the first one. So I want 2, 3, 4, 5, but I don't want this one for some reason. Well, one way to do this is to use a range. We can do from 1, we're starting at index 1, so here, all the way to the last element. So one way to say last element is to say -1. And if I run this code, we can see that we get the output that we want. We get 2, 3, 4, 5. But with this new endless range, we don't need the ending value, so I can remove it, and it works the same. And again, if I change it, you can see it works. So this saves us having to know what the last value will be. Again, it's very helpful. And one more example is this one. This again, or endless range with step 5, which means that we're going to get numbers in increments of 5. So it's going to be 1, then plus 5, so 6, plus 5, 11, plus 5, 16, and so on and so on. Now here I can say something like take 10. Now if I wanted to do this without the else range, I would have to have some ending number that's greater than whatever that ends up being. So let me show you what I mean. We need a number, an ending number that's bigger than the last number for what we need. So if I do 1, 10, and we print the output, there it goes, we only get 1 and 6. If I do 1, 20, we get a few more numbers, but we don't get the full 10. We don't get the full 10 numbers. So I said take 10, but we only get 4. Why? Because there isn't enough numbers in the range. But here is the solution. In Ruby 2.6, remember this is a new feature that is going to come with the Ruby version 2.6. The current version is 2.5 and it is not available yet. Now with this new feature, tada! It doesn't matter how many numbers we want to take. We can do 20, we can do 100. The range, since it's an endless range, it will expand into infinity because we can ask for many numbers as we want. Again, the big benefit of this feature is that we don't have to know the ending value of the range. So that's endless ranges in Ruby 2.6. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, please click the like button for me so I know that you liked this video. You want to keep learning? Watch more of my videos now? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and visit my website rubyguides.com. Thanks a lot for watching. I will see you in the next video.